Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So the Galaxy Note 9 rumors starting to stir a little bit more. We always know this happens the closer and closer you get to a launch date. Now I don't know the launch date, so this video isn't to talk about the launch date or the pricing or the specs. But one spec in particular is the screen. Now this is my Note 8, and this is a pretty massive screen at 6.3 inches. What if they can squeeze a little bit more? Do you guys think from the leaks from the panel, there's a leak of a panel out there that's supposed to be for the Galaxy Note 9, and some people are saying, oh, they're going to sell out and do a notch, and they're going to yada yada. It pretty much looks like the same front of this phone right here. No extra area at the top. It's splat all the way across. I really hope that Samsung does not go that route. Not that I don't like that design, because obviously one of my favorite phones is the Asus Zenfone 5, and it has that area up there. It's a nice big screen, great phone. However, I want Samsung to stay in the other lane which they've created for themselves, which is greatness. They started the Note line, everybody laughed, but years later, one of the best, if not the best phone on the market for a lot of people. And the Galaxy Note 9 has a really high standard, or a tall bar that it's going to have to jump over because of this phone right here. This phone is greatness. There's some things about it that I don't care for, like the front camera. I've done a review on it. I've done follow-up videos. I've done everything possible to talk about this phone and give you some idea of what I dislike about it or what I like about it. But what I will say is I know Samsung, and I know that they're going to come hard when they come. So, and they're going to come strong. So I really hope, it's okay to be hopeful. I hope that, now you might be thinking, how can they get more screen, Jay? If they can find a way to eliminate just that bottom bezel, leave the top bezel, it's fine. The top bezel's not that big. But based on that panel that leaked out, they're trying to really go as full screen as they can without adding any, doing the little dip at the top of the phone. So that's going to be really, really sweet, I think. But I think the Galaxy Note 9 is, possibly can be just the workhorse. The Galaxy Note 8 shut a lot of phones down. Let's be real here. It took me some time to kind of get the feel and get used to it, because I like the other Galaxy Notes, but something about this design, I don't know. Now, this squared off long design grew on me. It's totally awesome. This phone is one of the most awesome phones. When I need to use, well, I do use this pretty much every day, but when I need that extra canvas and I don't have time to go get a tablet, when I want to work, pop out my S Pen, go to work. And you might hear some people say that, but it's real talk over here, and I'm pretty sure the people who are doing that, they're keeping it real also. Because this phone can be considered just the workhorse. It can be considered the workhorse for 2018 and into 2019. If Samsung didn't release a Galaxy Note 9 until January 2019, I don't think it really would matter, because a lot of people still have this phone, and this is their only phone, or this is their daily driver. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize if you hear noise, the lawn's getting done. But the Galaxy Note 9 with a bigger panel, or just, edging it out just a little bit more, get rid of the little bit of I'm not saying this is what I require, but if they do that, I think they're gonna, because they're gonna be competing with the likes of their current Galaxy S9 line, obviously, and these phones have this little bit of chin at the bottom. That's what a lot of companies are trying to just eliminate if they can. I know you've seen the phone with the pop-up camera. Okay, I'll just have to be the minority. Not that excited about it. The more stuff you have moving around, the easier it is to break something. What if it gets jammed? Now, anything can go wrong with that. Looks super cool, but there's no fingerprint reader, and they're relying on facial recognition for that phone, which isn't a bad deal. It's just that the moving parts, the pop-up camera, that probably would annoy me after a while. Because you want to take a picture real quick and you want to use the front camera, it may pop up really fast. I just hope that Samsung doesn't go that route. I hope that Samsung stays tried and true to what's working for them. This is a big mammoth slim phone. It's still kind of big though. I even rock it inside this case, which it never leaves really. And this is how I use this phone. So I hope that and pray that Samsung stays with this tried and true design that's working for them. They have to, because the Galaxy Note line is not their bread and butter. We know that the S line is their bread and butter. There's not as many notes floating around as there are Galaxy S9s. Let's just, of course not. The bread and butter is the Galaxy S9 line. For all you car guys, the bread and butter is the 5.7 liter Hemi, not the 6.4, not the 6.2. The bread and butter is the 5.7 because that's in their trucks, their cars, it's everywhere. So the Galaxy Note line, when they bring the Note 9 out, I'm not looking for like dramatic changes. I just want a little bit bigger screen. The only way they can do that is to eliminate the bottom portion of the screen. After that, really don't care what else they're doing to it. You know, I mean, how much more can they do with this design? How much more can they do with it? So I would tell you guys who might have some very high standards, don't stress yourself out, man. Don't do it, because ultimately what will happen is you'll set these really high standards. Oh, I want a fingerprint reader in the screen. I personally don't require that either. I don't have to have a fingerprint reader in the screen. As long as I got some kind of, you know, iris scanner or a fingerprint reader that's in the right spot. Samsung, listen, you know, they moved it on the S9. They're probably going to move it on the Note 9. I don't think they're going to, that design is working for them. So this design, they tried it. A lot of people disliked it. Couldn't get used to it. Some people, it doesn't bother them. Nonetheless, I would tell Samsung, if I told them anything, stick with what's working for you. You don't have to change this design very much, but what you do have to do to make yourself look like you've done some improvements for the canvas is get rid of this last little piece at the bottom. The lawn people like really like right outside my window. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but it's really loud. But get rid of this last little piece. You can do it. Move those sensors, tuck them inside. You'll be good to go. So what do you guys think about the Galaxy Note 9, the last leak on the panel? Are you guys wanting more? Do you want a 6.5 inch screen? Do you want them to put a fingerprint reader in the screen? What do you want from Samsung? There's also a rumor that it's going to have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. So that's not that big of a jump considering the Galaxy Note. I think the Galaxy Note should have at least a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, at least. Meaning I'm looking for like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Why not? We're paying a premium price for this big powerhouse phone. Give us a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. You got all this stuff to push in here. Give us a 5,000. A 4K display will be nice. Even if they implement it like Sony did, still will be great. Do something to make the Galaxy Note line the premium line that it deserves to be. It's your man Jay Will, Galaxy Note 9 discussion. What do you think? And leave a comment down below, smartphoneconversations.com. See you in the next one. Take care.